Hello everyone, thank you for attending my speech today. My name is Mark Johnson. I'm here to discuss the issues of animals and humans. An opening quote provided by Theodore Roosevelt said, "Common sense without conscience may lead to crime, but conscience without common sense may lead to folly, which is a handmaiden of crime." Why are we attending this speech today? And thank you for attending. To educate and persuade, and my intent is to persuade you to take steps of action towards alternative testing and away from animal testing. Preview, define animal testing, explain the different types of alternative and animal testing, give counterpoint and present my point, provide a call of action, and closing. My thesis: human beings may fail to realize that non-human creatures have the ability to exhibit pain and suffering and exhibit cognitive function. Therefore, as humans, we have the responsibility to protect them from harm by advocating testing alternatives instead of animal testing. My credibility, this comes from my passion for my dog, Molly May. I'm a doggy parent. What is animal testing? Animal testing is the use of animals to control variables that affect behaviors or biological systems. The different types of animal testing: peer research investigates how animals and organisms behave and develop and function. Applied research studies scientific problems. Xenotransplantation is the use of tissues or organs and transplanting those from one animal to another. Toxicology studies how an experimental drug or a food additive affects a living organism, such as putting suntan lotion on a frog. Proponents defend their position by saying that animal testing has provided cures to diseases, and the National Academy of Sciences argues that alternative testing cannot account for complex interactions between organs, tissues, environment, life, cells, molecules, all the above. R.L. Birch, he promoted his 3 R's, and the first is replacement. You only use animals when necessary. Reduction, uses few as necessary. And refinement, minimize their pain and suffering. My argument differs. My argument says that Charles Darwin promoted his idea of evolution between animals and humans. Carl Safina promoted non-verbal communication between animals. Gregory Burns showed that animals had the ability to exhibit euphoria based upon cognitive function. The National Institute of Health offers the opinion that mammals and low-level vertebrae do have the ability to exhibit suffering through their motor reflexes. I'm giving a shout-out to the lower-level creatures. My premise: animals have the ability to exhibit pain and suffering and emotion. Therefore, I propose animal testing should become a thing of the past. Time for a change of direction. Go from one thing to another. All types of alternative testing: in vitro test tube, computerized testing, computer modules and simulations, and non-invasive techniques such as MRI, CAT scans, microdosing, just to name a few. Justification: there are major differences in physiology between animals and humans. Toxicity is more accurate for humans with humans. Cost-effective: imagine taking care of an animal or having to provide the care of an animal versus using human subjects. And future advances, the hope is animal testing will become a thing of the past. What can you do? And why should you do it? Financially support organizations such as PETA, ASPCA, and a few others. Adopt an animal that is dedicated towards the care of pets. My dog, Molly May, she comes from ASPCA. Contact your Congress member to let them know that you want to support alternative testing, and don't buy products from companies that still use animal testing. look for cruel-free products. Thomas Edison shared his view of humanity. Nonviolence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all living beings, we are still savages. And savages. What difference does animal testing make? Quite a bit. Ethical issues help determine a relationship with animals. Ecological relationship help us determine our world as a whole. Think about the quotes given by Theodore Roosevelt and Thomas Edison today. Going over in my main points, define the types of alternative and animal testing, share the ethical viewpoints, presented my argument and tried to give factual support, and ask for a call of action. Closing thought. Keep an open mind that animals deserve protection because they are all God's creatures. The animal mind is a fascinating field of study. So it is a place where you can learn much about God's creatures. And that is really the point of today's discussion, is to challenge yourself to go beyond yourself. Thank you for listening to my speech today. And have a nice day. Thank you.